It was surprising to fight with Danny and catch up with Valentino in that first race in Qatar. It really was actually learning a lot across those first races. I certainly wasn't expecting to be on the podium in my first race with Honda. I didn't expect it at all, to be honest. Okay, we did a good job. Before going to Texas, well, I knew first of all that we'd been very strong there in the test sessions. It was all very comfortable, everything was good, and actually Austin was the only track where I'd been consistent during the winter. So I felt good, and I basically just said to myself, if the track conditions are good at the weekend, I can fight for my first victory here. It was a dream come true, yeah. When I was in Moto2, my dream was to get to MotoGP. Then the next dream was to make the podium. And the one after that, to have a win. So all the dreams came true very quickly. I haven't really changed my mind about Jerez. It's the last lap, the last few meters, you're fighting for the podium and you just go for it. All riders would do the same, basically. I saw that he left the door open for me, and as I said before, for me it was just a racing incident. You know, at the end of the day, these things happen in racing. That is racing, it can happen to any of us, and that's the nice thing and the true essence of racing. Well, you know, after that crash, it wasn't one in which you feel scared exactly, but I did gain more respect for the bike at that point of the circuit. On the one hand, I just forgot about it and got on with the race, but on the other, it is true that I was more careful with the braking during the race, and it was the hardest weekend I'd had in MotoGP. My intention was to make the overtake in the braking zone, and I had already done that, but then Valentino defended his position and released the brakes, so he sort of provoked the moment. You know, if I'd been on the grass or whatever out there, I would have gone anyway, because I had no more space, I had no choice, so I didn't exactly do it on purpose. When that happened, I actually felt so excited that I nearly crashed myself in the next corner. I just kept telling to myself, I've passed Valentino in his special place. But then I just told myself I've got to catch up with Basil and try and win, because I knew there would be a lot of talking about that overtake I'd done. After 4 consecutive victories, okay, obviously in the situation I'm now in, I can't deny it. Yes, we are thinking about the championship, and we know we've got a chance of winning it. However, I maintain what I've said all along. I've already done better than I expected in my first year in MotoGP, and okay, if we win the title, it will obviously be great, but I don't feel obliged to win it. Well, you know, I think both Danny and Jorge, they're both really strong at the moment, both giving it 100%. It's just an honour for me, really. I'm fighting against the best Jorge and the best Danny now that they're both recovered. But they are giving it their absolute best to fight me hard now. Jorge's playing his cards well, though. He knows when to play hard, take risks, and when to win races. When you're on the track, well, the first enemy is your teammates. We've always had that sort of rivalry between us in the garage. But, you know, I've got it very clear at the moment that Danny is the #1 in the team. He's the one who needs to win the championship, and I'm the rookie. that's how I started the year, and that's how I'm going to finish it. And I've really got no intention of taking a different role right now because it's not my moment. We'll see what happens obviously over the next years, but for now my role is being a rookie, and I'm just making the most of it because I don't have responsibilities or pressures like that. I can just ride with more freedom.
Well,
the dirt track. Yeah, that was an idea between Emilio, myself, and the owner of the land, Jaume Corcó. Since I was really small, I'd always ridden dirt track, but then it sort of disappeared from where we lived and nobody was organising races anymore. But anyway, with the help of the regional government of Lleida, we built this dirt track circuit where I'm able to train a lot now. It does help me a lot, and obviously I enjoy doing it. Dirt tracking, the feelings you get, well actually it's just a completely different style to MotoGP. You don't have a front brake, all you have is the rear brake. The feeling is completely different, you slide a lot, the way you touch the gas is different, but everything sort of just trains your general feelings. You know, they're only small little things really, but it is an important training exercise, and overall I do have lots of fun doing it. Well, here we are at home then, preparing some clothes and merchandise because I'm heading to the dirt track circuit where I always train, and I'm going to give them some presents.
I like
to go to those races because, well, you know, I like the dirt track events, and I do like to go to the public every now and then. I don't attend a lot of events there, and I just sort of like to be with my people, you know. Last time I also took a full box of merchandising presents to share with them because I wanted to show them that I care for them and I care for their support. You know, I like to go and visit these events not only because I love motorsports, but also to spend time with my people and my fans.